Hello friends, welcome once again to our channel. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to dive into a real treasure of television from the 1960s, a show that left a lasting mark on pop culture around the world. We're talking about I Dream of Jeannie, the charming series that started in 1965 and brought to life the story of a toothed genie who creates an unexpected bond with an astronaut, starring Barbara Eden as the charismatic Jeannie and Larry Hagman as Major Tony Nelson. This series captivated audiences with its mix of comedy, romance, and magic. I Dream of Jeannie won the hearts of many fans. And today, we're going to explore some of the most fascinating behind-the-scenes stories about its production, like the incredible chemistry between the main actors, the famous Jeannie bottle, and even a lion on the set. We'll discover how Barbara managed to hide her pregnancy during filming and why a controversial scene ended up leading to the show's cancellation. So stick with us to relive the magical moments of I Dream of Jeannie and understand the lasting impact of this series in TV history. This iconic show enchanted audiences between 1965 and 1970, bringing the magic of Barbara Eden as the charming Jeannie and Larry Hagman in the role of astronaut Tony Nelson. The chemistry between them was one of the secrets to the series' success, keeping viewers glued to the screen, episode after episode. But did you know that the series could have lasted longer than its 5 seasons? That's right, but unfortunately a controversial scene ended up driving away fans and sealing the show's fate. Even so, I Dream of Jeannie left an unforgettable mark in television history. During the first season, Barbara faced a personal challenge, hiding her pregnancy while filming the first 10 episodes. And believe it or not, she managed to do this so discreetly that production continued without major interruptions. And what about Larry Hagman, huh? The actor was surprised when returning from vacation when a security guard informed him that the series had been canceled. Just imagine the shock of receiving that news in such an unexpected way. But the curiosities don't stop there. On the filming set, a lion was used in some scenes. And despite roaring loudly at Larry in his first appearance, the big cat seemed to get along very well with Barbara. Fortunately, there were no incidents, and the lion's presence added a touch of extra excitement to the recordings. Starting from the second season, I Dream of Jeannie gained a new shine with the introduction of its famous theme song. The catchy melody and memorable lyrics quickly won fans' hearts, adding a special touch to the magical and whimsical world of the series. This new energy became a signature of the show, marking the beginning of each episode with a cheerful and engaging vibe. However, not all changes were welcomed with open arms. Barbara, the talented actress who brought the charismatic Jeannie to life, had her reservations about the direction the series was taking. She strongly opposed the marriage storyline, fearing that it could destroy the fun and flirty dynamic that was the heart of the show. Eden's concern was understandable, since the chemistry between Jeannie and Tony was one of the main factors that kept viewers captivated. Despite Eden's concerns, the writers and producers decided to go ahead with the marriage plot. Even so, they made an effort to preserve the lightness and playfulness that defined the relationship between the two. And to many people's surprise, the marriage didn't drastically change the essence of the show. The chemistry between the characters remained intact, and the audience continued to delight in the couple's magical and romantic adventures. The decision to introduce the theme song and the marriage storyline ended up being a positive point for the series. These changes added a new layer of excitement and kept fans' interest throughout the seasons. The theme song became an icon, and Jeannie and Tony's marriage was handled in a way that kept the show's magic alive. Hey, did you know that I Dream of Jeannie started with a very different story than what we're used to? That's right, the Jeannie, our star, became a genie after refusing a marriage proposal, and this series was really unique for some very interesting reasons. For example, it was the last black and white program on the network at a time when most programs were already in color. This made I Dream of Jeannie stand out quite a bit. Now just imagine. Back then there were some pretty strict censorship rules. One of them was that bedroom doors always had to stay open to avoid any suggestion of more daring scenes. That's also pretty curious, right? The entire first season was filmed in black and white because of budget restrictions and because the network thought the audience wasn't that interested in color programs yet. But guess what? The success was so great that the following seasons were already filmed in color. Even with all these restrictions, the writers managed to create super engaging and fun stories, winning viewers' hearts. In the iconic 1960s series, I Dream of Jeannie, Barbara Eden brought to life not only the adorable Jeannie, but also her mischievous twin sister, a character who was always creating confusion. This sister, also played by Eden, was the opposite of Jeannie, with dark hair and a special talent for causing lots of trouble. The ability to switch between these two roles was simply unforgettable. And speaking of unforgettable moments, who could forget that episode where a real lion came on the scene? Imagine the chaos on set. But Eden, with her calm and confidence, petted the lion and quickly won over the beast, allowing filming to continue without problems. A true act of courage, right? Eden also has her treasured memories. A special episode was filmed at the zoo. Despite the freezing temperatures, Eden faced the challenge with enthusiasm, proving her dedication and love for the show. The chemistry between the main characters, Tony and Jeannie, was also a highlight. Played by Larry Hagman, Tony, who was the typical career-focused astronaut, was frequently indifferent to Jeannie's romantic advances. This fun and unusual dynamic between them captivated viewers, making I Dream of Jeannie a beloved classic to this day. Barbara Eden not only brought magic to the screen with her role as Jeannie, but also demonstrated incredible versatility and dedication. Whether calming a panicked lion or filming in extreme conditions, it's this combination of talent and professionalism that made Eden the shining star of I Dream of Jeannie. Imagine a magical twist on the classic trope of the genie and his master, but with a special touch that only I Dream of Jeannie could bring. Behind the scenes, the costume designers faced a unique challenge due to Jeannie's impractical outfit. The iconic harem costume with its high heels and elaborate details was frequently damaged by Jeannie's supernatural movements. This meant that the costume department had to work tirelessly to ensure the outfit was always in perfect condition for filming. Barbara Eden, who brought Jeannie to life, took special care of the genie's magic bottle. Before donating the bottle to the Smithsonian, she kept it in her bank vault, ensuring its preservation so that future generations could appreciate this iconic prop. This bottle, which was originally a simple gin decanter, was transformed with hand-painted details, adding a touch of elegance and magic to Jeannie's character. The dynamic between Tony and Jeannie was also unique, showing a mutual disinterest in marriage, which added an intriguing layer to their relationship. And as if that weren't enough, the censorship rules of the time played an important role in the show's costumes. Although necklines were allowed, belly buttons were strictly forbidden on TV. This led to some creative solutions for Jeannie's costumes, with producers finding ways to comply with censorship rules without losing the charm of Barbara Eden's character. Well, and now, let's talk about one of the most impactful moments in the history of I Dream of Jeannie. After the show ended, in an unexpected twist, the entire set was burned. That's right, you heard correctly. In Hollywood, this practice of destroying sets to avoid reuse and reduce storage costs was quite common. But for devoted fans of the show, it was a bitter ending for such a beloved classic. Despite this destruction, the charm of I Dream of Jeannie remains alive, with many still appreciating the magic and charm of the show to this day. Now let's go back in time a bit. We're in the 1960s, and I Dream of Jeannie was at the height of its popularity. The series was a true phenomenon, but NBC decided to make a risky move, a publicity stunt involving the marriage of the main characters, Jeannie and Major Nelson. The idea was to increase the audience, but the shot backfired, and the audience plummeted, leading to the show's cancellation. The inspiration for I Dream of Jeannie came from a 1964 movie called The Brass Bottle, where Barbara Eden also played a genie. The movie's success led to the creation of the TV series, which quickly became a classic in its own right. And it doesn't stop there. I Dream of Jeannie even inspired an animated cartoon created by the famous Hanna-Barbera studio, responsible for classics like The Flintstones and Scooby-Doo. In the cartoon, titled Jeannie, a teenage surfer finds the magic bottle, unleashing a series of comedic and magical adventures. So even with the failed publicity stunt and the sad end of the set, I Dream of Jeannie continues to be a timeless classic. Its unique mix of comedy, fantasy, and romance still captivates audiences, inspiring new generations of fans. In the classic TV series I Dream of Jeannie, Barbara Eden shined, earning 2 Golden Globe nominations